Good. Let's take it the other way, nice and slow. Same thing. Really open up, push back as far as you can. And then when you come to the front, drive that chest forward. Really getting it through your core. Good. One more rotation. We'll come back up, sit up nice and tall. Shake out your hips, just get them ready for what we're going to ask them to do. We're going to do a nice simple side stretch. So I'll get you to reach across, reach over, and then as we exhale, we bring that arm down. So we know this one. I'm going to ask 4 of those. And exhale. Don't be afraid to take those big breaths. Slow with your breathing. Yeah, good. We don't want to rush through it. On your 4th one, we're just going to hold it here for 4 breaths. Really focus on expanding through the rib cage. Your fingers are stretched out as far as you can get them to go. You're really trying to reach for that top corner. Good. We'll come back down nice and slow. Again, 3 rotations per side. Remember to do it on your breath. Good. I don't want to say this, but you guys look like a bunch of hippies doing this. Sorry. Good. Then we'll reach over. Arm comes across. And exhale. So remember, on your breath. Big inhale up. And exhale back down. So we're just trying to see if every time, if the side allows us to go just a little bit deeper into that stretch. If it helps, you could place your hand on the side. It doesn't have to reach across. Listen to your body. And then on that 4th one, we're just going to hold it over. Just for your 4 breaths, and then we'll bring it back. Good. So last time, 3 rotations, whichever direction you feel like going. Good. So remember, you're really pushing that chest forward, exhaling, pushing back. Inhale, open up. Exhale, let's close it in. And the other direction, don't forget the other way. Good. So we'll sit up nice and tall again. I really want to get that stretch coming through the back of our shoulders. So you're just going to bring one arm ahead of you. It's bent at a 90. It comes in front. If this is enough of a stretch, you can just hold that there. But if you can, I want you to just scoop that arm under and you're placing your palms together. Good.
Oh, yeah.
And then from here, so making sure those elbows are not caving in, I want you to really drive your elbows out. And then we'll do the same thing. So big inhale as we push those elbows out. Exhale as we come down. Inhale, pushing out. And exhale, bring it down. So you should be getting a nice gentle stretch coming through the shoulder of the top arm. Good. 4 of those. We'll hold it up. 1 more, holding it for 4 breaths. Remember making those nice big belly breaths. And we'll bring our hands down. Relax for a second, roll your shoulders back. And then we'll get the other side. So same thing, reaching around palm to palm. Really push those elbows out. And then as you exhale, we cave in. Inhale, nice breath up. Good. So just a nice slow movement. And then at the end of the fourth, again, we'll just hold it up. Perfect. Let's bring our hands back down. Roll your shoulders back. So this time what I'm going to ask is that you grab behind your back, wherever you can grab. So if you can grab hand on hand, wrist on wrist, elbow to elbow, whichever works for you. But we're going to do the same thing. So I want you to inhale, really pull those shoulders back, opening up through your chest, and exhale, just allow it to release. You don't have to cave in too much. Inhale, driving way up, pull your shoulders back. Exhale, bring it down. Good. And again, we've got two more, same thing. And bring it back. Last one. Pushing up, and I'm just going to ask that you hold it up here, really pulling back, getting that stretch. You might feel it come down your biceps, across your chest, opening up through your shoulders, and release. Good. So now we're going to open up through those hips. Our upper body should be good, nice and open. As we did before, I'm just going to get you to walk those hands out as far as you can, and then you're going to drop your head down. Good. So if you can rest your elbows on the floor, try to get the elbows to the floor, but if that doesn't work, you just stay wherever you can. So even if it just means sitting up tall, I want your chin to your chest. And we're going to walk it up nice and slow. Good. Do you guys find that you're opening up through your hips a little more from the first week to now? Maybe?
Somewhat, but this hip is really hurting today. I feel like I can barely get my knee down at all. So that's just a today thing, maybe?
Okay, yeah, no, it might be. And so if you have your pillow or your towel, just make sure you're supporting that one the best that you can. Don't ask it to do what it can't do. Every day is going to be different. So we're going to walk those hands back down again. Good. Holding it here, I want you to take 2 more nice big deep breaths, and then we're going to walk our hands back up. Roll your shoulders back. We'll put the other leg in front. So if you find this is the leg that hurts, just even if sitting up tall works, that's fine. But you're going to walk those hands forward as far as you can and just tuck it down. So remember, just release through your shoulders, relax the muscles down your back. Take those nice big deep breaths. Good. In this position, it's nice to close your eyes. Just enjoy the stretch down the back of your neck. And slowly we'll walk it up. Roll your shoulders back. And we've got one more just like that. Let's just see if we can bring it out a little bit further, dropping down a little bit closer to the floor.
I'll call it hurt.
Good, and let's bring it up. And release. Perfect. So I'm going to ask that we sit in what's called a runner stretch. So one leg is out to the side. The other one is just tucked in, how we had it already. The leg that's out to the side, we're going to drive that heel to the wall. So we're putting tension, we're building the strength of that leg. And I want you to walk your hands forward and tuck your chin in. Good. Nice big deep breaths. And let's bring it up slow. We'll turn towards that foot, and I just want you to reach down towards that leg. And let's come up slow. From here, we're actually going to swing into our pigeon. So all that's going to happen is that back leg is going to come back and we're already there. We're already in our pigeon. Yep, so front leg just stays crossed in front. Our hip is pointing down towards the floor. If you wish, you can come down to your hands. So if it's easier to see from this direction, I don't know, but my front leg is crossed in front of my body and my back leg is straight behind me. It's called our pigeon. It kind of looks like a wounded pigeon. And so in this one, this is the one that if you want, you can rock around a little bit, open up both hips. You can either tuck your chin into your chest, or if you're sitting up nice and tall, I want you to look up towards the ceiling. Good. We'll take 2 more breaths here and slowly we'll bring ourselves back up. And we'll do the runner stretch on the other side. So same thing. The legs tucked in. I see some faces. Are we okay? All right. So same thing. Again, listen to your body. You're just going to walk those hands out. I'm definitely tighter on one side than the other. And as far as you can go, you're going to tuck that chin into your chest.
Yeah. Just relax.
Good. Big deep breaths. So if you find that there's tension on the inside of your leg, this is a good time, a good reminder that we don't want to forget and we don't want to ignore that tension and hope that it goes away. I want you to really focus on it. And as you exhale, you're really trying to focus on that muscle group and release the tension. Good. Let's come up nice and slow. We're going to turn towards that leg and just reach forward. Holding it for another breath. Slowly, we're going to come up and then we're just going to rock right into that pigeon. Good, perfect. So again, it's the first time on this side. Feel free, you can rock around in it again. You don't have to hold this one so rigid. And we're going to come back to our seated position. For the last time, I'm going to ask you to walk those hands back out, tuck your chin in. Good, nice and slow. Let's bring it up. We're going to rock up to our tabletop on our hands and knees. Good. So curling those toes under, getting ready. We're going to really pull up through our core. We're going to go into that first downward facing dog. So remember, we're pulling up through our hips, driving back with our arms. Knees stay bent. And I just want you to pedal your way through this one. Good. Try not to round through your shoulders. Really drive back with those arms. It helps if you allow your head to drop between your arms. And let's come back down to that tabletop. Relax for a second. We're going to go back up into that. So take a nice big deep breath. This time, we're not going to pedal through. Drive those hips up, really push back with your arms. Holding it for 2 more breaths. And nice and slow, we'll lower it back down to the floor. Taking the tension off your arms, sitting back into our child's pose, just to let those hands relax on the floor. Perfect. Let's come back up to our tabletop. We're going to go back up into that downward facing dog, but we're going to bring it into a 3-legged dog. So we've done this before. We're going to come up to that downward facing dog, put the weight on the left foot, right leg comes up. Good. Let's bring that leg back down to the floor, and we'll drive the other foot up to the ceiling. Drive that leg back down to the floor, and let's come back down. Good. We're going to go further into that. Are your arms okay? Yeah? Yep. Okay. So yep. Take a nice big deep breath, driving up through your core. Tuck it in nice and tight. Let's take that first leg, push it up to the ceiling. Take a big deep breath, and as we exhale, we're going to bring this leg in and move into that pigeon. So the leg comes all the way in. There you go. Beautiful. And then you can come down and just relax your arms. Holding it for 2 more breaths. We're going to push all the way back up to that downward facing dog. Good. Get yourself nice and cozy here. Remember, tilt those hips. Make your tailbone touch the ceiling. We're going to drive the other foot up to the ceiling. Take your breath as you exhale. It comes in front, moving into our pigeon. Good. Perfect. One more breath. We're going to come back up. Push all the way up, downward facing dog. Don't forget your breathing. Take those nice, big, long breaths. And let's move it back down into our tabletop. And we're just going to drop it back down into child's pose. Relax your arms. So in child's pose, remember, if you want, open your knees up a little bit. Create that space for those big belly breaths. And we've got one more set of downward facing dogs. So let's come back up to that tabletop. This is going to be a new one for us. I haven't done this one with you guys yet. So we're going to come back up, push into that downward facing dog. Find where you're comfortable. I need you to find your balance. You're going to place all the weight in your right arm. Your left arm is going to swing across and touch the opposite foot. Good, let's bring those hands back. Reposition, make sure we're nice and strong in that downward facing dog. And then we'll get the other side. And come back to that downward facing dog. We'll drop back down into our child's pose. Good, nice job. Two more nice big deep breaths here. And then we'll walk our hands up, just sitting on our knees for a second. Roll your shoulders back. Good. We'll come up nice and tall on those knees. Taking that right foot, bringing the right foot forward. I just want you to bring those arms up nice and high and gently lean back. Good. On our next exhale, you're going to swing those arms back down to the floor so they're flat on the floor. It may mean that you have to shift your hips slightly, but we're going to take the weight off the outside hand and bring it up. Good. So you're turning towards the inside of your knee. Your chest should be touching the inside of your knee. And let's bring our hands back down. Swing this foot back. We'll sit back. Good, we're going to come up tall. Other foot forward, lean back just slightly. As you exhale, bring those hands down to the floor. And again, turning towards your chest, towards your knee, opening up through your chest. Always looking up towards the hand. And let's bring our hand back down to the floor. Slowly slide it back and just relax. Good. We're going to do that one more time per side. So we'll come up nice and high, lunge forward, lean back just slightly. Take a big deep breath as you exhale. Let's come down. Take another big deep breath as you exhale. Arm is going to rotate up. Good. Hand comes back down to the floor, sliding back, and just relax. Big breath up. Exhale as we sink into it. Big inhale. As you exhale, you're folding forward. Inhale. As you exhale, I want you to rotate up. And we'll bring that hand back down to the floor and slide it back. Just relax. Good. How are our knees doing and the hips? Are we doing okay?
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. So we're going to come up tall. First side. We've done this before. So we're going to inhale, sweep up, and I want you to push your hips forward. There you go. Good. And then as we exhale now, we're going to push back. Front toe comes up. And we're just dropping down. If you can bring your forehead down, bring your head down, tuck your chin in. Good. We're going to do that again. So inhale, sweep up. And exhale, slowly pushing back. Dropping your forehead. 2 more times. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, pushing back. Remember, don't rush your breath. This is one that's forcing us to go slow. Pushing back for the last time. And then we'll just bring this foot back and relax for a second. Good. That feel okay on your hamstrings? Back of the legs? We're going to come back up, other side. So a nice big deep breath coming up, shifting that weight forward, really getting the stretch in the front. And then as you exhale, moving slow for this first one, holding it here, allowing the hamstring to understand what we're asking it to do. And then we're going to do that again. Exhale, pushing back, dropping your head down every time. Good. I believe we have one more. I think I have one more set. And if not, one more is always good. Good. So let's bring that foot back. Just relax for a second. Perfect. So this time we're going to come up. We've done our side stretches on the floor. Now we're going to do them from our knees. So if you remember our gait. So this one we want to inhale as we're stretching out. Exhale as we come up and reverse. Good. Yeah. Can you guys see what I'm doing? So inhale. Push, push, push. Reach for the wall. And when you have to exhale, come on up. Remember, don't put the weight on this leg. It's just guiding. Good. Nice. And one more set. Remember, those arms are nice and strong. They're not flopping down. Good. Let's bring it back to center. And we'll get the other side. It's the same thing. Big breath, stretch, stretch, stretch. And as you exhale, reverse. Good. Same thing. 4 times in total. Sometimes it's okay to breathe out loud to remind yourself how slow you need to go. And last one. Good, nice. Okay. So we're going to come up to standing now. Good, so we're going to stand up nice and tall, roll those shoulders back. Let's take a big breath. Exhale as it comes down towards your heart. One more, nice big deep breath. Good, exhale, bring it down towards your heart. This time we're going to inhale, and as we exhale, I just want you to fold forward. Hinge from your hips, push your bum back. Allow your belly to rest on those knees and just ragdoll down. It's okay to rock around in this one a little bit if you need. And nice and slow, I want you to roll it all the way up. The last thing to come up is going to be your head. Keep your chin to your chest until the end. Good. One more time, just like that. Big deep breath up. As we exhale, hinge from your hips. Just rest down, tuck your chin into your chest. And let's roll it up. Keep that chin against your chest until the end. Good, nice. All right. So I'm going to ask that we take a nice high lunge back. Arms are going to come up as we did on the floor, leaning back just slightly. Again, getting the stretch in through our hips. We're in our warrior one. And from here now, we're going to open it up, warrior two. So front knee stays bent. It's opened up. And you're just turning with your torso. There we go. Perfect. Always looking over those front fingers. So we've done our side bends on the floor. Let's get them here. Moving into our triangle. And moving it back. So reverse warrior. Good. We're going to do it again. Lean forward. And on your breath, exhale. Come on up. 2 more times. Leaning forward. Good. Exhale. Come on back. Reaching back. Remember, don't press on that back leg. Moving forward. And last time, let's bring it back. Good. Coming back down into our warrior two. We're going to swing it back to our warrior one. And from here, I want you to fold down. So that back foot, make sure the back foot twists. So now we're in a high lunge. Okay, don't want any extra torque on your knee. So you're on your toe at the back foot. And just as we had done on the floor, the weight goes on the inside hand. And you're reaching up. Good, let's bring this hand back down to the floor. We're going to slide this foot back so we're strong in a plank. I have to angle because of my couch. And then you're going to bring yourself down to the floor and push it up to our upward facing dog. Good, so this one, pull those shoulders back. We're not sinking into them. You're strong, pulling them back. Good, we won't stay here long. I want you to curl those toes under, getting ready with your core. We're going to drive right up to that downward facing dog. Good, let's walk our feet towards our hands until our belly has to rest on our knees. And then slowly, we're going to swing it all the way up. Good. Are we okay with that one? We're going to do it again. So nice big deep breath. Exhale. Slow it down. Heart to head to center. Good. Nice big deep breath. This time, let's hinge at our hips. We're going to fold forward. Tuck your chin in. Let's roll it up. We're going to take a nice step back with the opposite foot, reaching up into that high lunge. Good. From our warrior one, let's open it up. Warrior two. So just take a quick peek at your knee. Make sure your knee is open and it's directly over your ankle. Back leg is straight. You're trying to drive that heel into the floor. Good. So we're going to do our gates, leaning on that front knee. Or if you wish, you can come down further, whichever works best for you. And then we're going to come all the way up as we exhale in reverse. So reaching and reverse. Good, nice. This is on your breath. Go slow, enjoy the lengthening of those muscles. Make every movement deliberate, strong. Good. At the end, we're going to go back into the warrior two. We're going to go back into that warrior one. Bring our hands down to the floor. So we're in a high lunge. Turn towards the inside of our knee. Bringing that hand back down to the floor. Sliding slowly into our plank. Dropping it down towards the floor. And let's push up to our upward facing dog.
Oh, she's doing things I can't do yet. Huh?
Only do what you can do. It's all good.
No,
so
I
from
can't
here,
do it.
you were going to go up, downward facing dog.
That's bending back. No. Amen. So I'm just watching the rest there. I did all of the first half.
And we're going to come down to our hands and knees. Open up your knees a little bit. Place your toes together. And let's just sink back into our child's pose. Good. So we're back into that child's pose. Remember, create the pocket for your belly. Drop your forehead down to the floor and just relax your arms up front. I don't want you to stretch them out too much right now. I just want you to relax them. Good. We're going to hold it here for a couple more breaths, and then slowly we're going to come up. Make sure you have enough space. I'm going to ask that you lay down on your back. Good. So in this position, your legs are out straight. Arms are just along the side of your body. We're just going to take a couple breaths. I want you to allow your spine to drop down towards the floor. Remember, relax your toes. Let them just fall to the side. Take those nice big deep breaths. Let's slow everything down. Good. On your next breath, I'm going to ask you to bring that left knee up to your chest. Just grab on top. And both heels, you're just trying to push them towards the wall. Good. So what we're going to do, as you inhale, take that big deep breath, and as you exhale, just see if we can bring it a little bit closer to our chest. Inhale, you can release it a bit so you can get that big deep breath. Exhale, try and bring it a little bit closer. Good, nice. Inhale. And exhale. Let's see if we can bring it a little closer. And this time, inhale. As we exhale, we're just going to hold it here. Try not to create any extra stress through your shoulders. I'm going to ask that you relax your toes here now. And let's lower that leg back down to the mat. Good. So we'll repeat that same thing on the other side. Grab your knee, just allow yourself to get comfortable in this position first. And when you're ready, as you exhale, you're going to slowly bring it a little closer. Inhale, release. Exhale, let's see if we can bring it closer. At the end of the fourth one, you're just going to let those toes relax and hold it nice and tight. Bring it back down to the mat when you're ready. Good. This time we're going to tuck both knees up. We won't try to bring them any closer. I just want you to hold it here nice and easy. This helps takes any stress off your lower back. You can rock around or you can just hold them in. If it's easier, open your knees, create that pocket for your big belly breath. And you have options. You can stay with your head on the mat, or if you wish, you can take a big deep breath and we can go a little deeper. You're trying to bring your forehead to your knees.
Hello.
Good. Bring your head back down to the floor. We're going to bring our feet down so your knees stay bent. Hands fall to the floor so the palms are facing the floor. And just nice and slow, let's let both knees drop to the left-hand side. You might find tension on the top leg, and that's okay. Just really focus on releasing the tension. Just let them go. Don't try to fight it. And let's come up nice and slow, and we'll drop our knees to the other side. So same thing. Initially, when they go down, you're going to feel those muscles kind of restrict the movement. Take your breath and just let them go down. Good. We're going to bring our knees back up to center. Straighten out your legs.
Oh, that's okay.
Allow your toes to drop to the side. And I'm going to ask for you to close your eyes. And we're going to take a minute just to slow everything down again. I want you to pay attention to the feelings in your body. If there's tension built up, I want you to let that tension go. Big deep breath and exhale. This isn't always easy, especially when we're first starting. But if we can take a few minutes out of our days just to lay down and allow our body to slow down. Clear your mind. Big breath in through your nose and back out through your nose. Again, allow your shoulders to drop down. If you find that they're pulling up towards your ears, I want you to bring them back down. Relax through your hips. Allow your toes to drop to the side. Take a nice big deep breath and exhale slow. And one more nice big deep breath. And let it out nice and slow. Good. If your eyes are closed, I'm going to ask you to open your eyes. We'll roll over onto one side slowly. And the hand that's on top is going to guide you up to sitting. Woo! I had to stop that. I was going to fall asleep. How do you ladies feel? Are we good?
Good.
Yeah, good. How does your hip feel?
It's this one leg is tight today, so I'm not sure why. Just
Okay.
stress or whatever, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Well, thank you again for coming out. It was great.
Yeah,
Thank
like
you.
new faces here, like not see, but new people today. Thanks for coming.
That's great. Yes. Thank you, everyone, for coming. That's so wonderful.
I'll check out my camera for another time. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.